Creating tee times in Tournament Expert. To create tee times, we're going to go to Tools and choose our tee time generator. When the generator is open, we can start creating tee times for our player list. There are several options to choose from. If we're going to go off the first tee only, we can choose what time to start. Let's say we're going to start at 10 a.m. If we're going to start a second time on the back side, or if we're going to choose to both go 10 o'clock on both sides, 1 and 10, set the interval to start off 1 and 10 at the same time. Our options for players per group could be the number of players you want for each tee time. If you have an odd field where certain teams have 3 players and certain teams have 4 players, you would choose the option by team only if you have team numbers in the team column. Since in our player list we have all players and all teams are at 4, I'm going to select 4 players per group. Our interval for tee times can be set to whatever number you want. In this case, for this example, we're going to do an interval of 10 minutes. If we were going to go off 9 and 8-minute intervals, you can actually set a second interval so it alternate 9, 10, 9, 10, etc. We're going to keep it simple and keep our intervals at 10 minutes per interval. If we choose to add starters times, we can do that by adding the number of starter times and the amount of groups to skip to add a starter's time into. Tee assignments can be made for the first tee only, the 10th tee only, or if we choose, we can go half and half in the player list. Let's start with the first tee only. When creating the intervals and creating tee times, if I want to do the entire player list or all flights, I can simply click on Apply. You notice in the player list, starting at 10, every 10 minutes, we've created a tee time off hole number 1. Our next option, if we said 10th tee only, and I applied it, you'll see that it's now regenerated the same tee times, but it's now switched to the 10th tee. If we're going to go off number 1 and 10 at the same time, I'm going to go ahead and say, just for this example, I'm going to move so you can see it better. I'm going to move the 10th tee to start at 11 o'clock, and we're going to go half and half. And you'll notice now, number 1 tee and number 10 tee have started. They start at 11 o'clock and 10 o'clock. So those are a couple options to create in creating tee times. Now there are some more options to show you in creating tee times. First, I'm going to right-click into the columns, and I'm going to clear the tees and the tee times out of the player list. If I wanted to, I could highlight certain players all the way down and select everybody I need, and I could say I want to do selected rows, and I want to start them off on the first tee and apply, and I can create tee times just for those players. I then can select the second part of the group, and maybe they're going to start at 12:30 and apply, and you'll see tee times have now been added to those players. So, quickly, Tournament Expert can create a bunch of different ways to create tee times for a player, for an event, based on your parameters and what you may need to do for the event. We hope making tee times is easy in Tournament Expert. Thank you, and have a great day.